Ladies, me don't know about uni, you know, but me da rather friend with 100 of my mate than know some man a sneak through my man back gate. Me da rather know some my man a 1,000 fat pussy catty than one man a juke him in him body. Big up the man them on a love likes, and for the hype you nah beg bow or bend. All of my girl them on a want a man with bitch up for your whole come shut up. Wanna tell me how me sound.
Now welcome back to another Exclusive for Live. Now blessing goes out to all my viewers and all my subbies, all my well wishers. Like, share and also subscribe if you haven't done so already. Coming up in today's topic and review.
The following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
The People's National Party Youth Organization is condemning the government's reckless dismissal of credible public health warnings, and we're demanding the immediate resignation of JLP Councillor Beverly Prince of the Cashapart Division and of Government Senator Marlon Morgan. This follows the NWC's confirmation of E.Coli contamination in sections of Kingston and St. Andrews water supply, a crisis that the government initially downplayed and weaponized for political gain. Weeks earlier, it was Junior Shadow spokesperson on health and wellness, Jesse James Clark, who raised urgent concerns and called for the release of water quality data, warning of public health risk. Instead of taking the matter seriously, the government chose to ridicule and try to discredit Mr. Clark. On March 24, Senator Morgan branded Clark's call as false.
JLP says PNP contaminated water claims are false, reckless and irresponsible. Senior member of the Jamaica Labour Party's Communications Task Force, Marlon Morgan, makes a point while addressing a press briefing at the party's Belmont Road headquarters, Kingston, Jamaica. The Jamaica Labour Party, JLP, says claims by People's National Party, PNP, spokesman Ian Hales and Jesse James Clark that water being distributed by the National Water Commission, NWC, in Kingston and St. Andrew is contaminated are false, irresponsible and reckless. Now my viewers, first you hear this big ugly bear, yeah, is saying that the PNP claims that the water is contaminated. But look up on the screen, National Water Commission is now saying that the water has been test positive for E.Coli, yeah, and the health minister of health is telling the people them that there is no need for boil the water is safe for drink. Now remember, you know, when the PNP coming out and saying for months that una can't give the people them shit water here for drink. This beer looking sitting on the screen come out and say a lie. Jesse Clark I tell him I said this for political reason. Look up on the screen now where National Water Commission confirm that what Jesse Clark is saying. So which one of who is being reckless? The government that deny for months that the water is not safe to drink to protect them political repetition because election around the corner, or the party where come out and say, come on bro, una have to let the people them know say the water no something in the water. Them a say, a liar tell, yeah do this because of political reason. Now I don't know why these you saw him face look? Because him love drink botty water and him want the nation for drink botty water. Now if una is a nation who love drink botty water, una continue vote for these moras. Continue vote them in. A botty water them going for drink. God that them are promoting in the country, no see it. It's a 28 take how much billions. And him afraid for talk. I'm one bust the PNP government head too. Because them for tackle number 28 about it. Ask him, did he take 1.5 billion for promote the ABC thing in Jamaica? You need to ask him. Cause if he did, we need to know, because I must say a lie. In a statement on Monday, JLP spokesman Senator Marlon Morgan said it was unfortunate that the PNP repeated the false allegation despite statements from the NWC on Friday rubbishing the contamination claims. Both Hales and James should be ashamed of themselves. Their false statements represent a new low in the politics of desperation and further confirms that the PNP is willing to attempt to sow panic among the nation on baseless and spurious grounds in order to secure perverse political advantage. The PNP and Mr. Hales, who have a history of making misleading and inaccurate statements, should cease and desist, Morgan said.
Now viewers, I can't wait for you, Mr. Beer, I gotta come address this latest release, from the National Water Commission, we say the system test positive for E.Coli, and I want to know what I'm gonna say about the health minister telling the people them that it's okay if you drink the water with E.Coli without boiling it. You see him face look nasty and stay because I love drink the dirty water. And I hear me tell you, man, face saver more ass, man.
Junior Shadow spokesperson on health and wellness, Jesse James Clark, who raised urgent concerns and called for the release of water quality data, warning of public health risk. Instead of taking the matter seriously, the government chose to ridicule and try to discredit Mr. Clark. On March 24, Senator Morgan branded Clark's call as false, reckless, and irresponsible. By April 1, Councillor Prince and the JLP's Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation caucus went further and demanded Clark's resignation and accused him of spreading misinformation. But the NWC's admission makes one thing clear. Clark was right, and the government was wrong. This wasn't just political deflection on the part of the government. It was a dangerous attempt to silence legitimate concerns and mislead the public in the face of a health emergency. Prince and Morgan must resign, and the JLP must apologize. In addition, we're asking for an independent inquiry into the NWC's delayed disclosures and any government interference in the release of public health information. We also need answers from the Ministry of Health. Why are residents being told the water is safe when E.Coli was confirmed? The PNP stands for accountability. While Jesse James Clark was advocating for transparency and the health of Jamaicans, the government was more interested in a political spin. Jamaica deserves leadership that puts the people first.
Now, blessing and blessing my viewers and my subscribers. I want to thank you so much for tuning in to another exclusive hot topic discussion and review. Now, I'm not to be a waste of time. I'm just get right into this one because this one, I tell you, sir, I try my best to avoid talking about number 28, But in time I think of the atrocity the man I do to the people of Jamaica, it's like I can't help to talk because them people are just aim for just unalive all the people in Jamaica. Now, I want to know who is the health minister. Because they say if some man will say them a bad man of Jamaica, especially the labor right them, and this a health minister, yeah, have not drink shit water, you figure find the man ASAP, and that you figure do, cause the man are unalive your youth. Can't tell them contaminate, contaminated water for drink. It's slowly a and here we have a health minister, this is what him say. Now I'm gonna show you the wickedness of this man, Una have to check these people, brother. And them una have strength for, Una must have strength for the neighbor, cause una and the neighbor drink shit water, And here we have a health minister tell the people them say don't boil the water. I raise them and raise the alarm. Now my viewers and my subscribers, una know say me's a boy. Me now come tell life on the health minister, Someone for know which one of the health minister said this, because the article don't mention which one, Cause if a Christopher TUFTON, yo, if a Christopher stiff tongue, Papa Jesus, a Jamaica, cause people can't wicked so. People can't wicked so, Papa Jesus. Alright now my people, this was published in the Gleaner. Some NWC system tested positive for E.Coli, but no need to boil water said Ministry of Health. Now, Ministry of Health has said this, okay? Bear that in mind, This is the ministry that should responsible for the health of the nation. I tell the people them say is no need to boil the water when E.Coli find into the water. Ministry of Health says no need to boil water despite, you hear that? E.Coli in some NWC samples. Why would they said despite? That mean clearly they doesn't agree with Ministry of Health. It's not usually. It happens during drought or pipes issue. They assess it as low risk. They assess it as a low risk. Now I would like to know who tests it and says it of low risk. Likely due to low level or non-harmful strain and have taken steps to ensure safety advisory are taken. So they saying they assess it as low risk. I don't know who access the water and says it's low risk, and it's likely due to low level of non-harmful strains and they have taken steps to ensure safety advisory are taken, and I don't see no safety advisory been taken, because clearly a safety advisory would have said boil the water before you drink it. You wouldn't tell them say it's the low risk and it's E.Coli that it's safe to drink the water without boil it. Maybe him don't know what cause E.Coli in water. Well, let's see what cause E.Coli in water. You understand? We're going to see what happen if you drink water that is contaminated with E.Coli. Because as you hear, the health minister says it's okay to drink it without boiling it, because they have a test and it's safe. It's a little low risk. It's nothing major. Okay. All right. Let's see what is E.Coli first.
E. coli is a group of bacteria that can cause infections in your gut, GI tract, urinary tract, and other parts of your body. Most of the time it can live in your gut without hurting you, but some strains can make you sick with watery diarrhea, vomiting, and a fever. What caused E. coli to grow in water? Escherichia coli, or E. coli is a type fecal coliform bacteria that is commonly found in the intestines of animals and humans. E. coli in water is a strong indicator of sewage or animal waste contamination. Sewage and animal waste can contain many types of disease-causing organisms. Human and animal stool may pollute ground and surface water, including streams, rivers, lakes, and water used to irrigate crops. Although public water systems use chlorine, ultraviolet light, or ozone to kill E. coli, some E. coli outbreaks have been linked to contaminated municipal water supplies. What happens if you drink water that has E. coli in it? Coli fecal coliform bacteria in the drinking water supply. E. coli and fecal coliform bacteria indicate that the water may be contaminated with human or animal wastes. Drinking water with these wastes can cause short-term illness such as diarrhea, cramps, nausea, headaches, or other symptoms. Unknown.
No more if you take a listen to the health minister's statement after NWC, National Water Commission, announced that the water has been tested positive for E. coli. This is his statement to the public. Listen.
Some NWC systems test positive for E. coli, but no need to boil water, said MOH. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is reporting that some water samples from systems operated by the National Water Commission, NWC, have tested positive for the bacteria E. coli, but says there is currently no cause for alarm. The ministry says it has not been deemed necessary to ask residents to boil water before use. The ministry says it has not been deemed necessary to ask residents to boil water before use. The ministry says it has not been deemed necessary to ask residents to boil water before use. It explains that occurrences such as these are not unusual, particularly during drought conditions, following pipe breakages, heavy rainfall, or other environmental contamination events. In such instances, the ministry, through its established protocols, initiates an investigation to determine the cause, assess the extent of contamination, and guide the necessary corrective actions. This process is carried out in partnership with the NWC, municipal corporations, and other water providers. It is important to clarify that a boil water advisory is a public health precaution issued solely by the medical officer of health, the authority responsible for safeguarding public health within each parish. This advisory is issued when there is an imminent risk of waterborne disease and typically applies to a specific geographic area affected by compromised water supply systems. Boil water advisories are localized and not parish-wide, except in the case of major natural disasters such as hurricanes, flooding, or earthquakes that significantly impact water quality. The Health Ministry says it continues to monitor the situation closely and remains committed to ensuring the safety and well-being of all citizens.
Now my viewers, when you think what the health minister is doing here is wrong and he should be arrested, I'm gonna show you why, you know. Because this man should have never advised the nation that don't boil the water to save them life, especially anytime the water been tested and having E.Coli. And it's all political for him because Trim knows that the elections are close. Him don't want to raise no alarm to say that the water has been contaminated and what caused the water to be contaminated. All the tests have been done, but them don't release the test result. As them do with everything is just things happen, but they panic, and instead of doing the right thing, they end up doing the wrong thing, and then in time it come out in the public, they make a big fuss over it.
The Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation KSMC meeting on Tuesday erupted into chaos as Councillor for the Trafalgar Division, Jesse James Clark, raised a resolution calling for potable water in Kingston and St. Andrew. Councillor of the Lawrence Tavern Division, John Myers, during a point of order, labelled Clark's presentation as political. He stormed out of the meeting, claiming the motion was being brought in a bid to bring down the Jamaica Labour Party, JLP government, of which he is a part. Shame on you. Jeers came from the People's National Party, PNP, caucus of the KSAMC as the long-standing councillor walked out of the meeting, insisting he would not sit and listen.
Quite important that, as my colleague said over there, that you should have a resolution, you should have come here and what I'm saying, everybody have a right. Everybody have a right. Come sir. And we come here with
Councillor John Myers, I will allow you to speak now. I'm not going to Muslim.
Yeah,
no, I'm not going to. I'm just saying to the councillors, reminding them that you have a right to speak. Allow them to speak. Allow the councillor to speak. Go ahead, Councillor John Myers.
I don't see this as a resolution. It's a resolution where in rural areas we drink in the water and the water is very good. But over a period of time.
Just take the point about it, please.
But I'm going to the point.
Come on, you just don't go in.
I'm going in the point about it.
Alright, I'm going to allow that little. That's true because you have.
What I'm saying, I don't believe I have a resolution. The resolution that
Councillor John Myers, what I've heard is say you can get up after the move and the second and make your contribution. Councillor.
Another point, I'm not.
No, Councillor John Myers,
and I am standing right here. And you should bring a resolution. 5 months for the finance, we can't get no answer about it. And I'm not sitting in here and listen to this resolution. The people in your ear and I bring it and burn water. I'm not listening to a polygraph.
So that's the GLP councillor storm out of the meeting saying that the PNP resolution for the contaminated water where them already admit having E.Coli is not good for the people and coming up with a solution. And him storms out and I say them resolution with them a come with is political, not even take into account that the people them that has been drinking this water for months probably next year end up being sick and it probably are the water, but they don't want it no responsibility for that. And what government, I repeat again, would give advice to a nation that they don't need to boil the water before them drink it anytime it having E.Coli. And the reason why they telling the people them that is because it political. So them always do their arms out, don't want to take no responsibility. And if the PNP talk about it, them say the PNP talk about it because it's political. And them don't understand the PNP talk about it because PNP are the people's, people with a S, the People's Party, while the GLP Party are for Jamaica Labour Party. Them a fight for Jamaica, them a fight for own Jamaica, while PNP Party a fight for the people of Jamaica. Cause we can't have a better Jamaica without the people. A few people can't just own Jamaica like how you see the Labour right them. Them want to own Jamaica and don't concern about the people of Jamaica. People's Party, them are there for the people first, and that's why the PNP always a point out disregard for the people them. Feel like say it's okay for the people them to drink water that is contaminated, and then the PNP must talk about it because their resolution is political. These people should be ashamed of themselves. And this big head man, move man, come out, step out, move. Now listen to this next one. This one named Georgie Parji from Nationwide interviewing the PNP councillor about why he thinks E.Coli being in the water should be addressed and should be brought to the public attention. And the resolution, what the PNP coming up with, that the water should be boiled. And if you stop tell the people them that the water is safe and can drink, because it's not once it's having E.Coli. If you tell the people them boil the water before them drink it, but them no want tell the people them to boil the water because the health minister feel like say the only time you tell people for boil water at any time like hurricane or big disaster and natural disaster broke out in the country. Damn fool. Once E.Coli in the water, you have to tell the people them for boil the water. And then you have to the PNP politicalize this pussy clot. Check this out.
He's telling me now why his statement about the E.Coli being in the water is a valid statement. Proceed.
All right. Where I want to start from, first of all, is that the reason why we had the visits in the first place was because the water was not meeting the public health standards for some months now. And NWC knows this. This is something that is documented in our meetings. And both sides make up the committee, both JLP and PNP persons make up the committee at the KCMC. Both PNP and JLP members were on the tour with us. And everybody was appalled at some of the conditions that we saw. And I'm saying, we have been getting these bad results and nothing, or recommendations have not been accepted.
So as you can hear Jesse Clark say, for months and months and months, the water, they have been doing investigation and realize that the water has been contaminated, and them say it to the government, and the government ignore them and say that them are politicalize the thing. You understand me I say to you? And ignore them, so they go public.
I'm saying we have been getting these bad results and nothing or recommendations have not been accepted, and that is why we decided to go public. And I'm saying it is unfair and it's disingenuous for anybody to come here now after the first that everything was fine, to now come and say that you have E.Coli in your water and expect Jamaicans to just accept that. That is a very dangerous thing to say without giving us any context in terms of where it is. And I'm saying to you, not only did the Ministry of Health say that the water had in E.Coli, NWC has already admitted, so it's not a case where we're trying to prosecute the matter. If NWC has admitted and now the Ministry of Health is now coming clean and admitting, why is it that we're still debating that point in terms of whether or not the water is safe or not, when the NWC result is saying that the water has not met the public health standard, so it isn't safe? So why are we still debating the point of whether or not the water is safe? What we should be focusing on now is what needs to be done, the recommendations that were made in the resolution at the KSAMC to fix the problem. That is where we need to get to.
All right, so
and the problem is, I do not want, me personally, I do not want to be caught up in the political back and forth with anybody. I want the water issues to be fixed because there are infrastructural problems that need to be fixed for you to get better quality water. For example, filtration is not taking place. And I want to go back to your point that you made about the sampling. That is only way you can find out what is happening. Whether they're doing research or anything at all, is by taking a sample.
For sure.
If you want to find out what is in your body, you take a sample, whether it's a blood sample or whatever it is. And I'm saying that's the only way you're going to know what is there.
I take back the floor now to say to you.
Come on, you need to allow me to finish, man. You need to allow me to finish. And I'm saying to you, you cannot then say they took a sample, so that is not what is in the water. The sample is representative of what is in the water. I brought the results here and I showed you that both at source and distribution, they're having water that is not meeting the public health standard.
I take the floor from you
and
now
you refuse to accept that.
I start say, oh, is the other party I try blow this out of proportion because of politics, when clearly all the health minister has to do, is to advise the nation, the people in the parish are in that community. Please, boil the water before drink it. We are gonna fix the problem, find out what it is, whatever. But until then, the advice from the Minister of Health should be boil the water. Now, check out this video clip of E.Coli found in water in other nation and watch the difference how a real caring government address their people, cause they care. They put the people first, them not put politics first. And I know why Christopher Tufton doing this, because Christopher Tufton people, me keep telling you, he owns a funeral home, so him need people to be unalive. You understand? Him done the same thing with Chronic Law and Bashi, daughter. Don't forget. And here him go again. Cause this is unaliving people slowly on a daily basis. Because this leave you with long-term effect, unknown illness, long-term sickness, and you think it's more important to protect number 28 than protect the very people that makes you a number 28? Listen to this.
Now to breaking news that we've been covering since this afternoon. A boil water notice has been issued for a portion of Northwest Harris County because E. coli bacteria was found in the water supply.
The area impacted is Mud District 24. For reference, this area includes Earhart Elementary School and Klein ISD. KPRC2 Sion Rhodes spoke to people in the area, and she has the very latest. Sion.
And Keith, I want to show you these signs that are posted at the entrances to all of the subdivisions here along Stubner Airline in Spring. They are boil water notice signs that are up now, but residents say they did not find out about the water issues here until nearly 3 days after it was first identified.
I was boiling water.
Brenda Strahan's stovetop is now a makeshift hand washing station.
It's still pretty warm. I saw the boil water notice coming into the neighborhood, but I tried to research it and I couldn't figure out what it was about.
A notice posted on the Mud 24 website said E. coli bacteria was found in the water supply Saturday, August 20th, noting the bacteria can make you sick and is of special concern for people with weakened immune systems.
I've been through the cancer and the COVID things are not a good thing, so I'm going to be boiling water.
All day Saturday, all day Sunday, and all day Monday, nobody knew.
Some residents boiling mad, saying they weren't notified of the water problems until Monday night.
If you knew about about it on the 20th. Why weren't we informed on the 20th? We're paying more, and then we're waiting 3 days to find out our water is, not safe to drink.
And wondering if the water has already made them sick.
I had a little bit of a tummy bug on Saturday and Sunday, but there's kind of been a little tummy bug going around work. So I thought, well, maybe that's what it was. So what do you do to get rid of a tummy bug? You try to hydrate, right? So yeah, I drank quite a bit of water. And so I'm just kind of, keeping an eye on my health.
Now, viewers and subscribers, you notice the difference. The first call of action from the government was to do secretly put in boil your water poster in the community. And one of the reasons why them do it, because them realize that people been drinking the water for around 3 days now. And them know say if somebody gets sick, a big lawsuit that. So them know say they would never take the risk of issuing a statement of saying, yes, there is E.Coli in the water, but you can't drink it without boil it. That man need to get arrested. And if Jamaica people sit down there and make Christopher TUFTON unalive them slowly, well, that's a phone business. But you have to go out and demonstrate and ask for this man resignation for what him do. A shit water I'm going for drinking. Oh, shit water the man good, man. No labor right, how no feel? If you know say a shit water this man a good for drink. And then they laugh off out now. Sit down with all them friends them and a chat to do a bit blood clot. They love with some of that shit water, man. They love it, man. Nah, do them nothing, man. Them can't drink it, man. And them all them in the man. You see them eat out all the pot chicken, them, man. I can't them all them, man. It no matter, man. So, cause una fall. Una do have no ambition. Una nasty. Go rush the man and tell him say go ahead. But una quick for rush. Una poor brother and sister. The one them will stand up and I say no. We want this man out. Him on the 8. I see the man they are going to shit for drink. It no matter whether you are PNP or GLP, they don't care about us. Alright, may I go further and show now another example. That was in the United States that broke out. This one now are in the UK. Check this one out now. What was the government first call of action?
Households in Brockley have been reassured by Thames Water following concerns about a potential water issue after traces of E.Coli were found in the supply. The company has emphasized that the issue is isolated to a single property and that the drinking water in the area remains safe. The issue was initially reported by The Guardian, which highlighted that a notice had been sent to the affected property advising precautionary measures, including boiling water before use and bleaching taps and sinks. Thames Water has since clarified that this advice applies only to the single impacted property and not the wider community. Thames Water stated that comprehensive testing of surrounding properties has shown no traces of E. coli and customers can continue to use and drink their tap water as normal. For the single impacted property, Thames Water has issued boil water advice as a precaution while investigations continue. Bottled water has been provided to the affected resident and the company is assisting with flushing the taps to resolve the issue. Initial findings suggest that the contamination is likely due to internal plumbing or the tap itself rather than the wider water supply. E. coli is a bacterial infection that can cause stomach cramps, diarrhea and fever, but Thames Water has confirmed there is no broader risk to public health. A spokesperson for Thames Water said, "We are aware of a report by The Guardian which states E. coli has been found in the water supply in an area of southeast London. We would like to reassure all our customers that the issue is isolated to a single property. As part of our normal process, we have tested surrounding properties and all other sample results were clear with no E. coli found. There are no concerns surrounding the quality of drinking water in the area and customers can continue to use and drink their tap water as normal. For the impacted one property, we have issued boil water advice while investigations are ongoing. To reiterate, there are no concerns surrounding the quality of our drinking water in the area, and this issue is isolated to a single property. We have taken swift action and will continue to test over the coming days as part of our regular process. We take the quality of our water extremely seriously. It is amongst the highest quality drinking water in the world. And since 2010, more than 99.95% of tests taken from customers' taps met the standard required by UK legislation. Every year we carry out more than 500,000 tests, taking samples from source to tap.
So as you see, my viewers and subscribers, at no time would any government issue a statement like that, because them know if a Jamaican person right now who have been drinking that water gets sick, it could be from the water, and they could take out a big lawsuit on the government. But the government is not aware of that, or maybe they are aware but they don't care, because if a person sue them, a poor person sue them, forgive them shitting them water, what you think? They're not even gonna get nothing. They're not even gonna look at you, because they think that giving you water is a privilege. This man Christopher Tufton, if you don't know, is one of them wicked man. Remember in the COVID time, you know, when him a tell the people them say, you know, if them don't take no joke, them nah get no water. And then him expect say a election are come on and people are gonna vote for you again, Tufton. You better back up, brother. You better pack your things them, you better pack your things them, bruv. You are too wicked. And you dare a laugh off your face like you think it's funny, eh? I know you think it's funny, because all you want to do is just analyze the people them and the people them kids. Fulfill your pocket, you know, bruv. Time think about all only, you know, truly don't even know what goes through my mind. Now, as you can see, the government first call of action is issuing warning to the people that the water is contaminated. Their advice to the people is that the water can drink, but you have to boil the water. You must boil the water. Them other call of action is to issue bottled water to the people them. You understand? Until they make sure that the water is safe for everybody to drink. The water is safe to drink. Now, as you notice, in the UK, it was only one house affected. And what was the advice? Boil the water. You cannot drink E.Coli water without boil it. We now say it's not safe for drink, but you have to boil it before you drink it. Because if you drink it with the whatever in it, the more you drink, what you think gonna happen? You keep intaking a little bit. What you think gonna happen? Alright, try it and see. Now, me advise every smart Jamaican people, don't listen to that idiot Christopher Tufton. Unalive him or unalive. No children. Uno forget to that. Me say uno forget to that them wicked people here, you know. Me say uno for go out there on the road, go stand up for the right. Uno shouldn't let him get away with this. He cannot advise the nation that they should drink that water. Come on, man. This must be a joke, man. Don't piss me off, man. This must be some type of joke. What's Jamaica people gone crazy? Do you see what the seriousness of what this man does? And he can just get away with this like it's nothing and displaying with the life of people, children. It's not right. This man is mental.
Responding to queries from Nationwide News, newly appointed chairman of the Integrity Commission, retired Justice Carol Lawrence Beswick, confirmed that Prince Kamika's contract had come to an end. The chairman declined to say whether Prince Kamika had reapplied for her post. Lawrence Beswick would only say the name of the successful candidate will be published once a decision has been made. Well-placed sources have indicated to Nationwide News that the now former Director of Corruption Prosecution had faced significant pressures from within the organization over prosecuting decisions she made during her tenure. It's understood she was specifically told not to reapply to the position.
Now look at this, my viewers and my subscribers. Princess Kamika out as Director of Corruption Prosecution at Integrity Commissioner. Me wonder how she feel. If you know say number 28 still have him job. Now you cannot feed your family. And you probably won't even able to get a next job like this. Because you gone internationally now for corruption. Because
clearly the world can see the corruption number 28 doing. But you, we go high school and go college and university and say you have education and all type of degree. You couldn't, with all your intelligence, see the corruption which the Integrity Commissioner pointed out to you and tell you for charge the Prime Minister, and you say you not see nothing for charge the Prime Minister for within the law. And you see it? Now you get kicked out. Or you fail. Or you fail, girl. A lot more uno is there gonna get kicked out. Cause no, man, for know how you feel, you know. Me know you're supposed to feel shame. Yeah, man. You should feel shame. Cause you threw away your entire career. Because we feel like say we give you this job for you to sit down there and beg, friend. Anytime it come to the integrity, my girl, that should be a number one priority. This is not a friend thing. I hope number 28. You understand? Run in back garden. If you go and pick some of the apples them off him tree. Clean up in backyard and shit. You understand? Bigger you. That's how I have to say to you. And the next one we're going to get it at the one named Kamina Johnson Smith. And the next one named Dana Morris. And the next one named what's your name? Dan Jackson Miller. On the continue to go and play hypocrite here and see corruption and companies are going like say, you know what I mean, on a fall for number 28. You think number 28 rate, you know? On stay there, wait, on go and learn the hard way. Boof on our face.
Prince Kimika presided over the high-profile decision not to charge Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness following two recommendations from the Commission's Director of Investigations, Kevon Stevenson, that the head of the government be charged in two separate matters. On both occasions, Prince Kimika declined to initiate prosecution proceedings, finding there was no case in law for Holness to answer. Those decisions reportedly earned her the ire of certain officials within the anti-corruption body. Prince Kimika was appointed to her post in March 2020. The Director of Corruption Prosecution is one of the statutory directors established under the Integrity Commission Act. Subject to the powers of the Director of Public Prosecutions, the Commission's Director of Corruption Prosecution makes determinations as to whether to bring a case against any person implicated in corruption by the body's Director of Investigations. Prince's exit comes on the heels of the departure of the Commission's former chairman, retired Justice Seymour Panton. Commissioner Eric Crawford also recently left the body. Governor General Sir Patrick Allen recently appointed retired Justice Carol Lawrence Beswick and former Governor of the Bank of Jamaica Brian Winter to replace them. Lawrence Beswick has also been appointed the Commission's new chairman. At least two other statutory directors will see their contracts come to an end in the coming months. When contacted, Nationwide News was informed by the Commission that Ranif Lawrence is currently acting in the position of Director of Corruption Prosecution. No information was provided as to the fate of Mrs. Prince Kimika.